How about LeBron James? And Frank Vogel is absolutely right. Honestly, there's no debates. LeBron James is the clear leader for the NBA MVP. And to be doing it at his age, after a short offseason, after the physical and mental toll of winning a championship in the bubble, this is next level for LeBron. This three, with 19 seconds left in the fourth, to force overtime? Are you kidding me? Just absolutely sensational. 41 minutes of gold for LeBron last night. 25 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Another overtime ball game. Playing over 40 minutes. Carrying the team. The defense, as Frank Vogel said, carrying the Lakers without an injured Anthony Davis. That's the MVP. Oh, by the way, that's the Lakers' third straight overtime win. With the third straight game, LeBron has logged over 40 minutes. Load management isn't even in his vocabulary. This is special. This is special to watch. It turned Kyle Kuzma into a star. Now, you guys know I love the Utah Jazz. The Jazz, to me, that's a special group. But to me, they're the second best team when you look at the league. Watching LeBron as the best player in the NBA, bar none, at his age, it's a thing of beauty as the Lakers are absolutely positively en route to another championship led by the King. You know, you can always tell early in a ball game when the Nets actually want to play basketball. And last night was one of those nights. Hello, Brooklyn. Hello, defense. What a concept. Indiana didn't have a chance, and literally that's all it takes, effort. That's it. If the Nets want to win, they win. It's kind of that simple. The Indiana Pacers were held to a pathetic 30 points in the first half because Steve Nash's team decided to care. And honestly, that's why I get so angry at the Brooklyn Nets. They are my pick to win the East, whether they're at their best or their worst. And, you know, my pick is not going to change. I mean, last night, they were a machine. Even without Kevin Durant, they were dominant. Kyrie Irving, James Harden, they had it going on. Kyrie was unstoppable. How about Kyrie Irving with 35 points, 17 of 17 from the free throw line? James Harden was dominant. James Harden was determined. You insert KD, and this team is the best in the East, bar none. But it has to be Steve Nash's job to get this team playing at a high level every single night. Are they capable of turning on the proverbial switch come playoff time? Obviously. But why chance it? Defense, at the end of the day, is effort. That's coaching. That's Steve Nash's job. Last night was great for Brooklyn. I'm not going to sit here and call it inspiring. I mean, I've seen them fail and just frankly be asleep too often against sub-500 bad basketball teams. They need to consistently have a defensive effort. They need to consistently go for the jugular. It's up to the Nets. They can be as great as they want. I want to stress this is a brand new episode of Time to Shine. I feel compelled to say that because we've been talking about Dak Prescott's contract literally for years on our show. And here we are again. The Dallas Cowboys need to do right by Dak and right for themselves by giving Dak Prescott a long-term deal. He's earned it. He needs to get paid. He's a franchise quarterback. Enough is enough. Our good friend, the great Mike Lombardi, is reporting that Dak could get $40 million a season. Troy Aikman says he can't see Dak Prescott playing on a franchise tag again. When you have a star, you pay him. Now, Stephen Jones famously told me a couple of years ago now that he's not paying Dak Jared Goff money. Heck, Jared Goff isn't worth Jared Goff money. But I think that Dak is a great player and certainly better than Jared Goff. He was yet again earning a brand new megabuck deal before he broke his ankle, needed surgery. He's everything to the Dallas Cowboys, yet here we are again talking about Dak's dollars and the Cowboys cents. Jerry Jones pays everyone. Why not Dak? And while he waits, the price goes up. The price goes up when Dak plays great. The price goes up when The team fails without Dak, and while Jerry waits, they lose out on defense. Whether that's newbies or re-signing your own guys like Byron Jones last year. Last season was a miserable, awful, terrible first campaign for my guy, Mike McCarthy in Dallas. I love the hire. Last year was just wretched. So bad. So bad that this is a hot seat season for Mike McCarthy. The expectation, let's be clear now, okay? Expectation is to win the NFC East and win playoff games. Plural. If the Cowboys don't franchise Dak Prescott and he hits the open market, he'll get that aforementioned $40 million a year. Can you imagine Dak Prescott with the Indianapolis Colts or the Raiders or the Niners or, dare I say, the rival Washington football team? Hey, Dallas, let's go. Enough is enough. Shaq Barrett was simply phenomenal on my SiriusXM radio show this morning, talking about the offseason. So, love or loathe, Shaq Barrett should take the most money possible in free agency, even if it means leaving the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I love it. You have to remember, Shaq Barrett didn't come into the NFL with a silver spoon. Shaq Barrett should get as much money, as long a contract, as most guaranteed cash as he could possibly get. Now, I do think, and Barrett stressed this during the interview, he wants to be back in Tampa. And I do think that Jason Light will prioritize him. Listen, this cat was incredible when it mattered the most in the postseason. His regular season was outstanding. Remember, last year at this time, we talked about Shaq Barrett, and we understood at the end of the day why they franchised him, because he had an unbelievable season with Todd Bowles in 2019. But based upon what he was in Denver, you kind of wanted to see him do it again. Well, guess what? He did it again, and it was even better. And that defensive line, that defense, that's why Tampa Bay was able to win in the Super Bowl, was able to sit at the end of the day and just tee off on Patrick Mahomes, sit back and rush the quarterback and take advantage of not having Eric Fisher on that offensive line. Shaq Barrett, to me, of all the free agents, and that includes Chris Godwin, Gronk, Leonard Fournette, anyone else you want to throw at me, Levante David, Antonio Brown, Shaq Barrett should be the number one priority. They all play so well together, great chemistry, great cohesiveness, but I would not blame Shaq Barrett at all if he said, you know what? All right, Jets, you want to pay me whatever it takes to be on that board with the highest paid pass rushers? Well, I love New York. This is a guy who has bounced around a little bit, and I can appreciate him wanting the most money possible, but I think that Tampa Bay is going to want to give it to him so they can get back to the Super Bowl.